Welcome to the Simplify Your Life podcast. It's Coach Simona, and I'm glad you decided to tune in. Hey everyone! In today's podcast episode, we're going to talk about how to focus on your life and not others. And I'm going to share with you 4 tips that will help you learn how to focus on yourself. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Simona, certified life coach and author of the book 111 Ways to Simplify Your Life. I make weekly podcast episodes on personal development, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. Now, when we talk about focusing on your life, we need to clarify why you're currently involved in other people's drama and creating unnecessary noise in your life. First, like we always do on this podcast, we'll examine the possible reasons why you're focusing on others and not on yourself. When you know the root cause of something, you can take steps to change it. Otherwise, any type of change will be temporary and fleeting. So, why do people focus on other people instead of themselves and their lives? The first possible reason is enmeshment. Let's briefly examine what enmeshment is. Enmeshment is a concept in psychology that describes families where personal boundaries are diffused, and the over-concern for others leads to a loss of autonomous development. As someone who's experienced enmeshment for years, I can tell you from personal experience that losing your sense of self leads to being more concerned about other people's feelings than your own. And it's definitely something you can recover from. But it takes a while to establish a strong sense of self and separate yourself from your codependent relationships. The second possible reason for focusing on other people's lives instead of your own is having low self-esteem. If you're constantly comparing yourself with others and not feeling enough as you are, that's a sign you're not satisfied with who you are and where you are in life right now. Social media is definitely not helping either. It's designed to make you feel bad about yourself, since people only upload a high reel of their accomplishments and vacations, and not many people show their difficult moments. The next possible reason for not focusing on yourself is consuming, not creating. When you wake up on a Sunday morning, read the newspaper, watch the news, then head over on YouTube or Netflix, you're consuming what other people have put out into the world. You're not creating. One of the reasons you're not focused on your own life is because your mind is simply preoccupied with keeping up with the Joneses, and you know too many things about too many people on the internet, which is blocking you from taking an honest look at your life. Which actually brings me to reason number 4. You're not focused on your life because you're running away from your problems. When you're stuffing yourself with external things, you're trying to escape from something. Trust me, I know how hard it can be to face your feelings, or examine objectively the things about your life that you don't like, and all the circumstances that you need to change. Frankly, I wrote 111 Ways to Simplify Your Life because I felt exhausted from trying to run away from my life, and I wanted to create a life that I wouldn't need to escape from. If you want to learn more about it, visit coachsimona.com/book. Now let's get into my first tip on how to focus on your life and not others. Turn off your phone and spend one day by yourself. No beating around the bush in this episode. I know you're not gonna like this one, but if you're too involved in other people's lives, it's time to reconnect with yourself and understand what you're actually running away from. When you turn off your phone and dedicate this day to yourself, you will be able to understand what's really going on inside and why you're so desperately trying to escape the current reality that you're in. I know that for many of us, spending a day alone is not something that can be done right now, especially if you have your entire family at home. But I'm sure you can work something out, even if it's just for an hour or 2. If you're stuck with your kids at home, ask your partner to help you spend some time in solitude and clear your head. Or if it's just the 2 of you, talk to them about having some space to figure things out, only for a few hours. And if you want to learn more about how to stop running away from your problems, listen to episode 99 next. I will link it below. My second tip is to brain dump everything that's on your mind. If you're too focused on other people's lives and not your own, that's a sign that you're not connected to the present moment. So we need to get you to tune into your body. But before we do that, it's important to get out all of the junk that you've accumulated in your mind. According to one of my mentors, Dr. Joe Dispenza, 90% of our thoughts are the same thoughts we had the day before. So when you think about it, if you want to change something about your life, you need to recognize these thoughts, be aware of them next time you have them, and choose again. You often hear me talk about one of my favorite tools, the Automatic Thought Record tool, which is all about tracking your thoughts, the emotions you have as a result of these thoughts, and the behaviors you engage in. So, if you want to change your behavior, meaning if you want to stop focusing on others and start focusing on yourself, you need to start by tracking the most repetitive negative thoughts you have on a daily basis. You can download the Automatic Thought Record tool for free by clicking the first link in the description box below or visiting bit.ly/thoughtrecordtool. My next tip is to tune into your body. Now that you're aware of all the same thoughts that are leading to all the same unfavorable results, it's time to move your body. I know. For many of us, especially right now, that's a challenging task. But we live in such wonderful times. You can just do a Google search or watch a few videos on YouTube and find an online yoga or fitness instructor in minutes. There are no excuses not to move your body other than laziness, so get off your couch and do something active. Your happiness depends on it. Other than moving your body, meditation and practicing mindfulness can also help you tune into your body. If you're spending too much time focusing on other people's feelings and reactions, you're living in your head, and it's time to get you out of there. I recommend listening to episode 102 next on how to get out of your head and into your body. I will also link it below. Tip number 4 is to do things that you actually enjoy. If you want to focus on your life, you better make it worth focusing on. Think of all the areas in your life that you're not satisfied with. Let's start with your career. Are you happy with your job? Is it fulfilling for you? Do you spend too much time working and not enough time relaxing? Now, here's the difference between acting like a victim and empowering yourself to take action. Let's say you're not satisfied with your current job. Here's how someone with a victim mentality would act like. They would complain to their spouse and their friends about their awful job. They would blame their boss for the lack of recognition. They would badmouth their colleagues for not fitting in. As a person who's been there for years, trust me, I know how easy it is to blame it on other people. In fact, it's so easy that it's tempting to keep doing it. But if you keep running away from taking responsibility for your life, you won't be able to turn it around. We're not kids anymore, and we need to be able to make smart decisions that are first and foremost good for us. Now that we've explored how a victim would act in this situation, let's take a look at the empowered approach. What would a winner do in this situation? A winner would assess the situation at work and think of practical ways to make it better. If they're unhappy with their job, they would consider changing the company or starting their own business. You're always able to do something to change your circumstances, especially professionally speaking. Yeah, you may need to learn new skills or work more hours than most people, but you can absolutely do it as long as you have the right mindset. Doing things that you actually enjoy will help you have the mental energy to change the things that you don't enjoy and change your life for the better. Find time to take good care of yourself. Maybe do a weekly spa night or get into a hobby that you used to enjoy a few years ago. Or why not discover a new one? If there's one thing that I learned in the past year, is that you can always find new things to entertain yourself with. You don't need other people to feel fulfilled and happy with yourself. You just need to get to know yourself better and learn how to enjoy your own company. That's one of the many things I teach in my new online program for women. Enrollment opens in a few months, so if you want to learn more, head over to coachsimona.com/waitlist. If you've ever struggled with low self-worth and you've been too focused on other people's lives, you'll definitely love what I have in store for you. So make sure to sign up for the waitlist at coachsimona.com/waitlist. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this episode helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on my weekly podcast episodes. I'm sending you all my love, and I'll talk to you in the next one.